Hello everyone, my name is Joshua, but you might know me as DutchCuber, and welcome back to part 3 of the Cube Collection review. Now, as you see here in the background, I've got quite some cubes for today's video, and believe it or not, these are all actually just 3x3s. I will explain why and how in today's video. Now, before we start this video, I would really appreciate it if you all dropped a like and subscribed. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions or want to see a tutorial on any of these cubes. Now, let's crack on with the video. I think I'll just start from left to right by reviewing all these cubes. Some may be a bit alike, but that's pretty normal seeing as they are all just 3x3s. For this one, it's pretty clear how it is a 3x3. It just looks really weird because the pointy corners are chopped off. So it's just normal 3x3. It's a bit stiff, but I have it just for the looks. I think it's really nice that they have added extra colors for those chopped off pieces. Don't really like the pink or this fake pink purple color, but overall pretty cool cube shape. And it misses a sticker, that's too bad. Oh, another one here. Now the second cube is a bit alike. It's just the chopped off corners are smaller, so it's just this piece and not the middle piece that goes with it. This one is almost the same color pattern as the standard one. It's just that the blue and red are swapped around and the green and orange too. So it's a bit like Rubik's Cube when you see it in a mirror. All these chopped off edges have a silver sticker. It makes it really cool. And overall, just funny cube. Now this one is the first one I know the name of. This is a barrel cube. So I think you can see why it is called that. Here were some stickers missing, so I just peeled them all off to make it look better. So now it's just a black side. Yeah, it's got some nice colors. The problem with this cube is that it doesn't matter where you put the colors next to each other. So this orange could be here and this blue could be here. It doesn't matter for the solution of the cube. It's all a solved cube. So that makes it really easy to solve this one, and you can choose your own color pattern. This one also has a name. This is the mirror cube or mirror blocks cube, and it's just a normal 3x3, but it doesn't have any colors. So how do you know how to solve this? Well, for that you have the shapes of the little cubelets. As you can see, this one is really small, this one is really big. So when I turn one side, you can see the whole cube is just shifting. So this one you need to solve based on the shapes of the little cubes. And also an extra difficult step is these grooves in the middle block need to align with the rest. So if, let's say, this one was turned 90 degrees, then it would be not solved. So that's an extra step you don't really see at the normal 3x3. And I think it's really cool because of the shiny golden stickers. And overall, a bit more difficult than the normal 3x3, but really fun to play with. And sometimes I like to turn off the light and then just feel the cube and try to solve it without seeing it. That's a fun extra challenge too. Now the next cube is one of my favorites. It's this one, the void cube. And it's just a normal 3x3, but the middles don't exist and it's completely hollow. So you can just put your entire finger through. Yeah, it's really cool. It turns all right. It's quite okay actually for the complexity of this cube. It's not really that much harder than 3x3, but what can happen is that the middle pieces that are invisible now are not in the right place, if you understand what I mean, and that can cause some parity. Parity is when two blocks are swapped that shouldn't be swapped, and it's basically like an exception. So for example, these two middle pieces are sometimes swapped when the centers are not correct, and that is impossible on a normal 3x3, that just these two are swapped. So that can happen, and then you just need to rearrange the centers in a correct way, and then you can solve the cube. Overall, really cool cube. Look, it says here void. It's actually from Rubik's itself. Pretty cool, and I like the rounded corners. Next one. This one is a bit like the mirror blocks cube, but this one is with silver shiny stickers, also the grooves, so you need to align the centers as well, just like this one. Because if this one is off, and for example if it's like this, then the entire cube is out of shape. So you need to solve all the center pieces as well. Now this one is even harder than that one, because you need to align these as well. So these four pieces are basically the same. Same goes for these four. It's just the grooves again, they need to be in the right spot. So this one could not be there because the lines would not be the same. It's called the windmill cube, I believe, and I think that is because if you turn it like this, it's kind of a windmill. I like to call it the ninja star because of its shape. Overall, really cool cube. This one is not possible to solve in the dark because all the lines would be messed up. Yeah, really cool. Now we have this monstrosity. You might think, well, how on earth is this a 3x3? And that's because this is the solved state, but to turn it, you need to align some things first. So let me just do this. And now you can kind of see how it is a 3x3. So centerpiece, 4 edge pieces, and 4 corners. And here as well, and here as well. This is called the Ghost Cube, and it is from Mefferts. It's a really cool looking cube, but very difficult to solve. I can solve a normal 3x3 in 30 seconds, but this one takes me at least 10 minutes. Because it's so hard to recognize all the pieces and where they belong. For example, these two are almost the same, so it's really not that easy to solve this one. These two are also the same, and these two, well, not exactly the same, but they are almost the same, so it's easy to mess them up. I think it looks really cool with all the white and black textures, and it's really nice to just put it on your shelf like this in a cube standard and show it off. And this is, I think, one of the craziest 3x3s I own. also amongst these ones, because it just doesn't look like it can turn at all. I think it's really cool. Next up, we have this thing. It looks really weird and you would think I can turn these slices like this, but no, it's a 3x3. Look at this. It's kind of awkward to turn because you constantly scrape against these pointy ends, but it's a really cool cube to show and to turn. It looks really weird. If I do like this, then you can see how crazy it actually is. Look at this. So weird. Overall, it's a really cool cube, a bit awkward to turn because you keep constantly chipping against these pointy ends. But if you work around that, it's pretty cool. And this is the checkerboard pattern. Looks kind of nice. Now this one is called the Fluffy Pillow Cube, I believe. I think this one was the Clover Cube, by the way, I'm not sure. But this one is the Fluffy Pillow Cube. And this one is a bit more clear to see how it is a 3x3, because it's just divided in 9 pieces. But it's really cool to turn this one, because as you can see, these pieces are so weirdly shaped. This one is really easy to turn actually, so excellent quality. I could use this as a speed cube actually. A bit more easy to turn because the pointy ends are inward, so I won't scrape my fingers all the time. It's just crazy to see these shapes. It's absolutely astonishing. I think this is a really nice cube also to put in your collection. You can look it up. It's the Fluffy Pillow Cube. I think it is by, no, it's not by Moyu. Mo Feng Gay. Not sure how to pronounce it. Not fluent in Chinese or anything. Overall, really cool cube. A bit easier to turn than that one. Just nice to play with and show off to your friends. Now this one, you don't really recognize it as a 3x3, I can imagine, until you look at it this way. So centerpiece, middle, 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 and the 4 corners. It does look like you can turn it like this, so over this line you can turn it, but that's not the case. It is just a 3x3, because why not? This one is absolutely crazy. Just look at it. If I make a checkerboard pattern out of this, it's so strange to look at. This is a 3x3. Like, how? I just love the concept of turning 3x3s into different looking cubes and just figuring out how the fuck this is a 3x3. Really cool. I'm not sure what this one is called actually, but if you look at 3x3 shape mods or 3x3 mod cubes, then I think you can find all of these online. Now for the last 2 cubes. This one is actually the same as this cube. Oh, I'll hold it like this, it's a bit better to see. So this is also a windmill cube, just with the normal Rubik's Cube colors, and that makes it a bit more easy to solve because you don't have the lines and you just know where each piece belongs. It's your own job to then put it in the right order. So blue, red, green, orange is the standard Rubik's Cube color scheme, and then yellow on top, white on the bottom. You can change it with this cube, because these two can just be here and these can be there. That's also entirely possible, but I like to keep it into the regular color scheme. This one is by Shi, the same brand I talked about in my last video. It's just the same as this one, except when you make it into a ninja star or a windmill, it's now kind of like a checkerboard pattern. Really cool cube. And now the last one is one of the crazier 3x3s I own. This is called the Axis cube, and it looks nothing like a 3x3 until you look at it this way. Now you can see how it is a 3x3, like this center, 4 edges, 4 corners. This one is pretty difficult to solve, because it's just really hard to navigate around the pieces and find out what pieces belong where, and also because it's really a shapeshift cube, it's quite difficult to solve, but it's a nice cube. One of the craziest things about this cube, I think, is the checkerboard pattern. Let me just make it for you. So like this, and then just look at this monstrosity. Like, how is this a 3x3? It's absolutely crazy. I love the symmetry, by the way, because it does have pieces that are the same size. So as you can see, it's 3 times the same piece. Also on this side, that's really cool, but it just looks absolutely crazy. And then you can compare it to this one. This is also the same pattern. Like, this is the same cube. I did the same things to these cubes, as well as to this cube and this cube. They are all turned the exact same, and that's absolutely crazy to me. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell if you subscribe, so you can be notified when a new video comes out. Leave your questions down below in the reactions if you have any, and if you want to see a tutorial on any of these cubes or any of the cubes in previous videos, make sure to ask for it. I will try to upload a video on it if you really want to see it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!